Most people pack too much, and most of the time, it's just going to slow you down. This is what I actually bring when I need to move fast and I still need to get the shot. This isn't everything that I have, it's just what I actually trust and is reliable. Now, I try to remember if it slows me down, it's not going to come with me. So let's get into the setup. When I'm filming travel or live events, I need a setup that's fast, flexible, and reliable. So this is the bag that I keep coming back to. At the core of it all is this camera right here, which is the Canon R3. Now, it's a beast of a camera. I'm not going to get into the specs. It's an amazing camera. I have a love-hate relationship with it. And to be honest with you, it's really has to do with the battery grip that's just obviously attached to it. It's all one piece. Sometimes I wish I didn't have that when I am using like a Ronin or something like that for stabilization, which I don't use very often. So it does come in handy because of the weight. When you have a lens to it, it adds a lot of weight, so it's easy to handhold, which I do a lot of handhold shooting. So anyway, it's the Canon R3. It's a beast of a camera. Moving on to lenses. Something I keep in mind, and it's hard for me to because I love to take lenses. I usually pack two. One is a 15 to 35 lens. Both of these lenses are practically the same size and same weight. It's a 15 to 35. I don't use it a whole lot. I use it for establishing shots, maybe some wide shots, something like that, but it's not on my camera very often. The one that stays on my camera, like 85+% of the time, is this 24 to 70. I love this lens a lot simply because 24 is still wide enough to get a good shot depending on where you're at, where you're standing, where you're located. But you can also go to 70 mil if you want to really punch in on something good, get that nice background that's blurred. Now, one thing I'm going to go ahead and tell you about is this DJI Mavic 2 Pro. I've had this obviously for a while. It's gone through a bunch of stuff. The leg is kind of a little broken there, and I'm going to have to replace it soon. But I don't pack a drone very often because when you get down to it, you look at the drone you got to take. You got to take your controller. I take an extra battery. And then on top of that right here, you're going to have a charger. So you got to take all that stuff that takes up space. I want to make sure whatever I'm bringing in this bag deserves a spot. And it has to have a reason for taking it. A lot of times at events and things, you may not have the right to be able to fly a drone. Depending on where you're located at, it may be a no-fly zone. So those are critical things to check before you go and shoot. Now, a small percentage of the time I will take it because I need shots, I don't know, around the city or something like that, and you can get away with using it. But keep that in mind whenever you're packing your bag. Let's move on to some necessities that you could use or not use, but you do need to pack. And for me, I do take a couple of pieces of audio. I will take the Rode mic that I put on top of the camera I use obviously for running and gunning when I need to pick up some audio. Always have this with me. Almost always have it on the camera as well. Just to pick up, like I said, some audio just in case. One of the biggest pieces of audio equipment I do take are these Rode Wireless. These are terrific. And let me tell you why. For one, it has a USB port back here. So if you want to, you can charge the case, which then charges the receivers and transmitters. So when you're done and you need to take the audio off, all you have to do is plug this into your computer, and now you have access to both receivers at the same time. So you have all your audio at one time instead of like the old set where you had to actually hook the receiver into your computer one at a time if you use multiple ones. So keep that in mind. But it also charges everything once you put it back in. It's amazing. Obviously, there are little things that you have to pay attention to that you have to have that if you don't take, you're absolutely done, which is obviously batteries. for the Canon R3, cards, things like that you have to have. External hard drives, I use a Samsung T5 most of the time, and that's it. Those are the things that you have to have, and if you don't have them, you're going to be done. Now, this battery is amazing. I just want to take a second to say, when you use like an R3 or an R1, something like that, you get these batteries and they last for a very, very long time. I have one in the camera, and then I take that extra one, and that's more than enough to finish a day of shooting for me. One thing that I always double, triple, quadruple check is a VND. Now, the VND, this is a Peter McKinnon special edition. I actually have two of these, and these are amazing. And the reason why is because when you put it on and you use it throughout the day, there's no color cast, and you don't get that weird crossing whenever you're dialing in to wherever you need it. This thing, it works very, very good. It is a little pricey, but it's worth the investment, because if you buy cheap ones, it's just going to frustrate you. This is what I normally pack, minus maybe the drone. There are some things that I'm going to tell you what I don't pack, but there are things like the drone that I don't pack sometimes, because the weight and the fact that I'm just not going to use it on an event. Just think carefully. Those are the things that I got to think about whenever I'm going on a trip, whether it's an event trip, it's vacation, or whatever. Those are the things I think about whenever I'm packing my bag to stay light, and having something that I can trust, and something that I know that I can capture everything that I can. Because at the end of the day, just because you have more equipment does not mean you're going to have better video or more video. It just take the essentials, and you're going to find out that you're going to shoot probably even better. But that's it. That's what's in my bag when I travel. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got something out of it, because this is the type of stuff that I'm building this channel around. And I'll see you in the next one.